Alright, are we live? Are we live, my friends? How we looking, everybody? How we looking? Hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. I do apologize for the significantly later start than normal. I'll just say, you gotta love being a woman, for those of you who are my fellow ladies out there that still have to deal with your menstrual period. I started feeling some discomfort last night right before I went to bed, and so, you know, I took some painkillers, I took ibuprofen, I took some anti-gas medication because that's usually, I have found to be an issue for me, and it still woke me up less than 2 hours later and kept me writhing in pain for like another 3 or 4 hours after that, so I slept in way later than normal. I just made an appointment with my mom's doctor because my mom really likes her doctor. So I'm gonna find out, and I haven't been to a doctor in like 5 years anyway, so it's like, it's not until July though. Because, you know, new patient shenanigans. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do a couple runs. We're gonna do some Ascension Pain. I had a few ideas for what to do for this one, but I ultimately decided to just run with Slay the Spire, because that's a pretty easy one, so pretty easy one to pick up. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, the Philosopher's Stone. I actually won one of my games with that one, so one of my lucky runs was with that one. Yeah, I do apologize, chat. I'll actually put that in chat. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pin that as a message for everybody that comes in later. Alright, let's go. Let's find our route. Preferably one where I can hit a merchant at some point. Yep. Oh wow. Yeah, I had to heat my coffee up because my coffee pot turns off after an hour if you're not using it. Like, if you don't, like, turn it off yourself, it turns off on its own after an hour. So I haven't even had my coffee. I was contemplating eating lunch before I came on, but I'm like, you know what, I'll just get a bunch of snacks. I only really need my mouse to play this so I can eat with the other hand. Oh yeah, there's the Cinder's Bane. Alright, let's get going. Ooh! That's a good start. You got anything good? You do have backflip, but I'm gonna start getting rid of strike cards as soon as possible and get better stuff. Backflip's gonna have to come later. Ooh, let's get rid of another one. For free? Oh, there's another merchant. I can't buy anything, so it's... Thanks. Ooh. Yeah, max health is always good. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Yo, Breezy! Welcome in, my dude! Yeah, first one here. Yeah, it's better now, but it's just like... I haven't had the pain that bad in a long time, like since I was a teenager. Like, so it was just out of nowhere. It's been slowly creeping back up over the last, like, 6 months to a year, so I'm like, I should probably get back in with a doctor. I have not seen a doctor in, like, 5 years, so... Oh, ouch, this hit for 17 damage. Not a fan of that one, but... Yeah, I'm better now, but... You don't suffer from anything crazy, right? Well, when I last saw a women's health doctor, she was very suspicious that I might have endo, actually, because my symptoms sometimes, during my period, mirror my mother's when she was younger. But the only real way you can find out if you have that is through laparoscopic surgery, and the previous doctor I saw did not recommend that until I started pursuing having a child. And I'm nowhere near that point in my life yet, so she really did not recommend taking that route. But I am very suspicious that I may have endo. And you can't really find it on ultrasound either, or most other imaging techniques. You can really only find it if you actually open the person up and look, so... I'm not really willing to go through that yet, unless this doctor recommends it. I'll see what she says, but... It pays debilitating. Yeah, I literally would be crippled for hours. Either on the floor... Yeah, sometimes on the floor. Or like wherever else I happen to be at the time. Yeah, I'd literally be crippled as a teenager. My legs would get weak, I'd feel like I want to faint sometimes. It's like, it sucked. It sucked. It got better when I was an adult, but now it's starting to creep back again, and I'm like, ugh. Just on a monthly basis. Yeah, that was basically me every single month, Breezy, when I was a teenager, so... It got better when I was on birth control, though, and that's what a lot of doctors recommend, because hormonal imbalances can be a potential cause, especially if you've got some of those conditions, like endo. If you've got polycystic ovarian syndrome or PCOS, that's another cause of potentially really painful cramps. There's a bunch of different women's health issues that can lead to painful menstrual cramps. It's kind of hard to pin it on one thing. There could be any number of things, honestly. And there are some months where I get no pain whatsoever, and it's bizarre. It's so strange. Be glad you're not a woman, Breezy. Welcome in, Hez, sorry. Sorry for that little ramble. Ooh. Look him out. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna keep what I got. What's my... Oh, the Hexa Ghost, yeah. Especially because I don't have a lot of cards yet. Yeah, get that out first. Yeah, welcome in, Hez. Oh, excuse me. That's why I'm not really for the whole transgender movement. You know, female community can never know what it's like to have a... Yeah! And that's why I'm concerned about people. I don't want to get too much into the transgender movement topic here in stream chat because that could potentially stoke a lot of things. But on that note, I will say I am concerned about people in that community on both sides, regardless of which gender you were born as. It doesn't matter which, but like Breezy's got a good point though. Like, people who were not born with a uterus, I don't think they're ready for anything that it brings, if you haven't dealt with it. I kind of like the way you said it, Breezy. Yeah. Ew! No, get out of here, Fern. Yeah, it's some of the worst pain I ever feel. Is my cramps. Oh yeah, and speaking of endo, Breezy, you were talking about that a minute ago. You want to know something wild about endo? A couple things wild about endo. They estimate as many hundreds of millions of people they think have it, but you know something else wild about it is because of the way endometriosis is, you know, for those of you who don't know what endometriosis is, it's also known as endo. Basically, the tissue inside a woman's uterus is growing elsewhere, outside of the uterus, where it doesn't belong. And some doctors have found that tissue all the way up in the brain. Like, the cells can migrate anywhere around the body. It's kind of crazy. They usually stick to the pelvis, but they don't always. They can end up way the heck up there and cause symptoms. It's kind of funny. Believe it or not, that can happen. It's very rare, but it can happen. That's fucking wild. It is, but it has been documented medically. There are cases. It's when I first read that, I'm like, no freaking way, that's not even possible. But no, I was pleasantly surprised. So not pleasantly, but I was very surprised to learn that. I was like, how is that even possible? But I guess that they can really go anywhere. I guess they can. Yeah, for all of you ladies out there, any other ladies that might be in chat, take your women's health seriously. Take it seriously, guys. Like, if you're having cramps that you can't deal with, go to a doctor. Seriously. Don't wait until it's too late. And it literally makes it so you can't function in day-to-day life. The best thing you can do is go to a doctor. Oh, I can pick that up later. I just knocked something over. It's not anything critical, though. Ooh, I want that. I wish more females would be more transparent about their cramps/pain so they're not instantly dismissed as being bitchy. I also wish more men would understand. Dude! I could not have said that any better. I could not have said that any better. Seriously. Like, that is perfect, the way that you worded it, my friend. And for those of you out there, those of you ladies out there who do have a doctor, if they're not listening to you, change your doctor. Find a doctor that will listen to you. Like, if your doctor is dismissing you or you know, or whatever, if they're not listening to you, change your doctor. You have every power as the patient to do that. I only lost my last doctor because I changed insurance, but otherwise I really liked her. And she was fantastic, and she was the first one to suggest that I may have endo. Yeah, I absolutely loved her. It's kind of sad that a change of insurance had to make me lose her, but... So... But anyway. Let's look at the routes. Can I get around the elites? No, but I can get pretty darn close to doing that. A lot of rest sites on this route. I'll take this one. Is there really something that anyone thinks about, when in reality it's something that can affect social and family standings? It absolutely can, Breezy. It absolutely can. It absolutely can and does. Like, there have been days where my parents have to pick me up from school when I was a teenager because it was that severe. There have been days where they have had to do that. And because I literally cannot go to school. There are days where I can't drive because the pain is that severe. Like, I could go on all day, chat, about the type of things. Or the type of scenarios that I've been in. So... Oh, oops, I don't want to do that. Let's get free. Let's do that. But yeah, if I can help one fellow female out there in chat go to a doctor about her cramps, I'll call that a win. I want to encourage everybody out there, all of you ladies out there that may be suffering in silence, don't suffer in silence. Go get help. I've seen videos of people trying the TENS machine, and the men always do worse than the women. Is that like a simulator of childbirth cramps or something, Breezy? Because I have heard of that. I have heard of machines that can simulate period or labor cramps. I forget if that... I don't know if that's the same thing, but I've heard of that kind of thing, though. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but... The period cramp simulator. Yeah. Yeah, they just... It provides a lot of insight to men who... who really don't know how women feel. I mean, because they don't. Because they weren't born with a uterus, so they wouldn't know what the pain is like. But us women do, and many of us do. Yeah, I've heard of that, though. Ooh, that's tempting. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less health. Yeah, that's too tempting. I gotta grab it. Yeah, I would probably do pretty well on that thing because I am not very easy. Ooh, can knock somebody down. You know that works. Ooh. Oh, I need to play this first. Damn it. Yeah. Oh. I'd want to give it a shot. Maybe it can make my legs work again. Trust me, Breezy. You don't want to know what it's like to go through that pain. Trust me. You really don't. Don't do that to yourself. This is... But yeah, trust me, you don't want to know. I'll just say be glad you're a dude, and you don't have to deal with it. Ah, jeez. Ouch! Ew, this is not very good. Fuck. Knock you back to the floor. Ew, we could probably restart this, but... Yeah, for sure I would want to try it once. They're going through it every month. I'm kidding. Yeah. Yeah, be glad you don't have to do that. But yeah, one other person I was talking to, because I posted in a couple of the Discords that I'm in, one other person said her cramps get worse when her iron levels are low. So maybe I'll ask this doctor if I should get my iron checked, because if that could be causing some of the pain, is if my iron is low. Oh, I can actually knock you to the floor. Oh, I'm glad they knocked you to the floor. Get out of here. Ew, I want to knock you to the floor. Hell no. Down! Get out of here. Oh no, no thank you. I'm not gonna take 24 damage right to the face. Not gonna happen. Oh, excuse me. Oh, damn. Alright, that's fine. Well, that works. Alright. Oh! Flying knee's a good one. Get some extra energy. Ew, a Snecko. A Snecko with more strength? Ew. We'll definitely get that thing out of here first. Get Infinite Blades played first. Then you get the free 0 cost attack every turn. Alright, that works. Oh, that's good. Alright, that's gonna have to do. Yeah, I was actually originally contemplating Breezy doing another live Titanfall practice session, but I was like, you know what? I didn't really feel like it after last night, so I was like, alright, you know what? I'm just gonna pick something that I don't have to think too much about. Well, I kind of do, but... God, Snecko, you suck. Randomizing the cost of cards in your hand. You can avoid that if you've got Artifact, but that's really hard to get, and that's a really rare card effect. Like, that would have been useful. That's exactly what I was looking for, because Artifact negates negative effects, and Confusion is one of them. And of course, right afterward is the damn snake plants. Are you kidding? I don't think I can even... I don't know if I can even win this one. Yeah, getting Snucko and Snake Plant back to back with each other is pretty lethal. Because Snake Plant attacks 3 times practically every single turn, so... Maybe I should play the Strength Potion at the beginning of this one. I try to save those for bosses, but I may not have that luxury. Yeah, this one is probably not winnable. Actually, I might still be alive, after all. 4 HP and a dream, chat. 4 HP and a dream. Yeah, these guys aren't considered elites when I really think they should be. Yep, and he's gonna reapply Frail and Weakened for the rest of combat. Can I even kill him at this point? Maybe. Probably not. Ugh. I'm gonna be alive on 1 HP, I think. I was right. 1 HP and a dream, chat, the epitome. One HP and a dream. Ouch. Die, you son of a bitch. I am literally sitting on 1 HP. And I got an elite fight in front of me. Thankfully, I got 2 rest sites, so then I can get a decent amount of my health back. Choose a skill. Start each combat with this skill in your hand. You know what? I should probably pick Cloak and Dagger. Oh, and it's this guy. Can I knock somebody out this turn? So I can play all my cards. Yes, I can knock somebody out. I can block most of the incoming damage. He's gonna keep rallying new minions. I gotta kill him as quickly as possible. Can I even win this one? Starting to think the answer might be no, but... yeah, because he's gonna keep applying weakened every single turn as well. And he's gonna keep rallying the longer he stays alive. And he's gonna keep strengthening them as well, so this is not gonna be easy. Yeah, he's gonna keep doing that. Yeah, he's gonna keep rallying. This guy is probably the easiest elite out of this group to fight, though, because... the minions that he has are not as lethal. And this guy just keeps blocking, so he's kind of useless. I mean, it's annoying to get through the block, but it's better than having a bunch of enemies constantly attacking you, but... yeah, this is not a good run. I'm not getting any good cards. Any cards that I actually need. I gotta knock this guy out. Oops. Alright, looks like I might win this one. At least when on the turns where he rallies, he kind of wastes it. He kind of wastes an opportunity to attack me, so that's actually nice, but... yeah, but if you... and minions will abandon combat if their leader is killed, so I don't have to deal with the minions after that. Oh, happy flower. Now what are you gonna be? Oh, really? Oh, no. This is not good. You know what? I'm gonna drink my artifact potion here, so then I don't have to deal with that 5 stacks of frail, because I do not have enough HP to deal with the fallout of that. I do not feel like dealing with 5 stacks of frail at 25% health, so I am not gonna deal with that. I am simply going to say no. Regaining some of that block. Ooh. Alright, that's fine. 1 damage. Well, there's the happy flower. And that guy gets 3 stacks of artifacts, so it's really tough. Finally get the first hit off. Oh, I don't want to do that. Get out of here, Chuck. Heck yeah. Oh, that's a lucky one. That is a really lucky one. Gotta scatter, have a good stream. Thank you, Breezy. Oh, before you go though, if you have a second. So I posted in I have some other news for you. It's not like anything huge, but so I posted in TF2SR that I was having trouble with Dome launch, and one of the other runners, Herman Kessler, came in with a guide from Mets, one of the other top 10 runners, that, in their opinion, has a better visual cue as far as timing the jump for Dome launch. So I'm gonna check that out and see if that helps me nail Dome launch a little bit better. So, thought you might be interested in that, so figured I'd share that with you real fast. So I'm gonna see if Max's guide helps me get it better. That's a very touch and go run. Ouch. Yeah, he really doesn't like me, does he? Do your worst. Never been to Valheim. Hey, Scruffy, what is up? I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome to the party. I haven't played Valheim, but I have had it recommended to me. By at least a few people. It actually didn't help me that much, but... Oh, nice, got metallicized. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Alright, now he's gonna be going into level 2 pretty soon. Oh, it keeps applying that vulnerable, and I'm not a fan of it. Yep, he's really amping up. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't think this is winnable at this point. I don't think I can block that much. But actually, barely, but not gonna live by much. Ouch. That's a nasty hit. Yeah, this is very touch and go. I need a good amount of luck to win this one, I think. Jeez, 13 strength? That's gonna be tough to block. Not what I was hoping to see, but... yeah, this isn't winnable. Yeah, it's not enough block, so... I'm gonna have to restart. I'm gonna play another run. Oh, I don't need more curses. Yeah, whenever you open a non-boss chest, obtain another curse. I don't want that. Well, that's actually good. Oh. I gotta leave Meow before I can actually start a run. I can avoid elites, it looks like. It gets harder to do that on the Ascension levels, chat, because they spawn more frequently, so it's not easy to avoid them. Even starting at Ascension level 1, because that's the very first Ascension you deal with, is more frequently spawning elites. They often block your paths. It's hard to get around them. But it looks like there's a path for me to get around them. If I start here and hang up the left. With these question mark rooms. Yeah, I didn't have the greatest deck setup for that last run either, so... Ugh. Alright, let's... Can I actually get him? There we go. Ooh, Ghost in a Jar would have been nice. Ooh, Caltrops. Because that reduces all damage taken and lost to HP lost to 1. Injury. I could quickly get rid of it because I'm gonna have a merchant. It's a temporary curse, but... Ooh. Oh, the paper crane again. That's good. That's a good one. Poison Stab is usually a good one to have in most deck loadouts. Yeah, there's a couple different ways, chat, that you can build Silent. One of them is what I think is the more powerful one, and that is the Shiv build. Spamming cards that cost 0, and they deal only 4 damage at first, but there are a lot of cards and relics that you can pick up that can dramatically increase that number. I think the most I've gotten a Shiv to do is like 30-something damage, but that's like also potion power and all that kind of craziness, so... Yeah, you can get your 0-cost cards to do quite a bit, actually. Bye-bye. Ooh, speaking of accuracy, that's a good one to grab. I'll go ahead and smith that accuracy right away, so then when I start getting Shiv cards, I can immediately have a good boost. Ooh, the Akabeko. That's a good one. Knock that guy out on the first shot. Yeah, I don't have any Shiv cards yet, but I'm gonna play the accuracy just to get it out of my deck, because otherwise it keeps getting shuffled in. But I'm sure soon enough I'll get Shiv cards. Yeah, you'll die from poison. Yeah, I'm gonna head up this way. Oh, another merchant. I wish I could buy that. The cultist potion is really nice because you get strength every turn, and that helps with a lot of things. Ooh. I will take the free upgrade. There's a thief. Let's just steal my cash. No, you ain't stealing my money. Chuck. Yeah, next turn I can kill him. Who's my boss? Oh, it's the Guardian. Ew. I hate the Guardian. Sometimes. Ooh. There's my first ship card. It's beautiful. I like it. Oh, it's not quite enough to get him to split. That's alright though. Next turn he will. And perfect timing before I draw Blade Dance. Yeah, knock that guy out in one shot. Because instead of dealing 4 damage, now they do 10, because accuracy adds 6 to that number, so we are in good shape. Yeah, this is a very preliminary start to a Shiv build. Those 2 cards. They're very powerful cards, though, if you're looking to make a Shiv-style loadout. Poison is more of a slow and steady, but having some poison cards is not actually a bad thing. Like, Noxious Fumes is a pretty good one, because it applies poison every single turn, so that can help. It can give you that last bit of HP that you need to kill somebody, and it also bypasses block as well, so that's a powerful thing. Yeah, block is not killing it. Yeah, I don't want to take a straight hit, but... That works. Oof, excuse me, chat. Yeah, like the poison is helping to slowly whittle him down. Because the Guardian is a pain to fight. At least I think he is, but... Ah, jeez, okay. Because of the thorns that he gets in his defensive mode. So, poison is particularly good against him. Because the poison does not count against you as far as an attack, dealing damage. So you don't receive damage back with poison loadouts. And that can help against all sorts of other enemies too that have similar effects. And we've knocked him out relatively cleanly. I don't really want any of those. I'll take the runic pyramid though. Alright, let's take a look. Bronze automaton. Ooh. I'll try to save my ghost in a jar for him and hyper beam. Let's see. There is an elite avoidance route. If I take this route... And I will still hit a merchant. Yeah, let's do that. Well, these guys are annoying. I'll have to do. Yeah, at least the unplayable curse still gets discarded from my hand because it's ethereal. Yeah, and flight is really annoying because you have to attack them 3 times on a single turn for that to go away. The only slight downside with the runic pyramid is your hand can get full because you draw 5 cards every turn. So that could be problematic for some loadouts, but for the most part it's actually really nice because then you don't lose your defend cards and the next turn the enemy does 60 damage and you can't defend against it, so... Yeah, I'm gonna feel discarding an ethereal card and I don't really want to do that, but... I gotta stay healthy. As long as I can. Give him some poison. Yeah, Caltrops is another one of those cards that's universally good. Because it deals damage back to enemies that attack you. So it is actually nice. It works with any build. Any build. Shiv, poison, or otherwise. So it's really convenient. Alright, you will die from poison. Thank you. Goodbye. Ooh. Ooh, Storm of Steel. Wait. If I think I know what this does... If I think I remember what this signature does... Actually, I'll replay my cards. Because poison, I think, is considered a debuff. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm pretty damn sure it does. Because if that's the case, combined with noxious fumes... Ew. I remember seeing a thumbnail for a video about this. Oh, snap. Yeah, maybe I save my... Okay. Chat, we're onto something. Yeah, because debuffs are all sorts of things. Weaken, vulnerable, frail, and I guess poison also falls under that category. And that's just whenever, and that can be multiple times a turn. Oh, snap. You know what? I'm just gonna kill him. And the card doesn't cost me anything either. This one might be tricky to win because of my low health. Yeah, because they gain strength every turn, and that certainly doesn't help. Yeah, this isn't winnable. But noted, sadistic nature plus envenom plus poison. Oh, the calling bell. Ooh, blood vial. Ooh, that's actually a good set of artifacts. Possibility lead avoidance route. Yes. Am I gonna hit a merchant along this route? No, I am not. I would like to, though. There's a chance I could hit one in a question mark room, but I could if I divert. Yeah, if I go this route. Yeah, let's take this route. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize for the longest time in the world that poison counted as a debuff for the purposes of sadistic nature. And Silent has a lot of ability to deal debuffs to enemies, so she... yeah, she's busted. She's more busted than I realized. She's my favorite of the characters to play. Mainly because of how much free damage she gets. Alright, next turn for sure I'll be able to knock him out. And the courier is really nice too, because prices being reduced is pretty powerful. Alright, so I can knock him out. I'm just trying to make sure I follow the route correctly. Ooh. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, if I stick to this route, I should be okay. And of course I draw both curses in the starting hand. Messages. I have received messages. Sorry. Oh, that's actually a message that I was looking forward to. Sorry, chat, pardon me a moment. Thank you, chat. Pardon me. There we go. Oh. Ooh. Oh, the lizard tail. That's definitely useful. Yeah, free heal to half health upon first death. There's also the fairy in a bottle potion that does the same thing, but to 30% health. Still works though. Ooh. Yeah, I could probably smith pretty comfortably. Yeah, should be okay. Maybe heal before this point, because there's a little stretch there. Actually, first shot, knock him out. Oh! I didn't even look and see what that card was. Probably wouldn't have been able to play it anyway, but... There we go. Ooh, caltrops. It's always a good one. And you can smith caltrops to do 5 damage instead of 3, so that's good. That's universally good. And then you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. Yeah, those egg ones, the molten, toxic, and frozen egg are some of the most powerful artifacts you can pick up, or relics. Ooh, it's tempting. I will take max health, actually. You get that guy knocked out first, because otherwise he's gonna run off with my cash. No, you're not getting away, Chuck. Not happening. Even if that means I have to sacrifice my entire turn. I don't care, you're not running away with my cash. Lick. Alright. Yeah, we're still alive, but... hanging on a little bit by a thread here, but... Alright. Actually, well, yeah. Could have played Survivor instead and gotten another attack off, but he's still gonna be taking damage back. Yeah, it's not weakened, but... Actually, this is fine. Oh my god! Whenever I had to attack into my deck, upgrade it. The fuck? No way. I got 2 of the eggs now? Well, I really gotta play cautiously. Yeah, because the toxic egg is for skills, and that's like stuff like your defend cards and a lot of other cool stuff, but... You know what, I'm just gonna do it right away. Play the weak potion next turn. Yeah, I'd be able to play a defend card even if I drew it, but... Yeah, that's nutty. Yeah, Caltrops is really gonna help me against the Hexaghost because he does a lot of multi-attacks. So he's gonna end up doing most of the damage to himself. He's really amped up, gonna be amped up. Yeah, now he's really gonna be... I can actually almost block the whole thing. Alright. Might still be able to win this one. Oh wait. Alright, cool. That works, I guess. Looks like there's another elites avoiding route. And these guys have a tendency to do a lot of tiny multi-attacks too, so Caltrops would be great here if I had drawn it, but I didn't, so... Where the hell is Caltrops? It's further down in the deck, clearly, but... It's like Caltrops, that would have been great on first turn. Because even without block, those guys would have almost died, because it's 5 damage each times 6, that's like 30. 2 of them would have suicided on it, so... It's wild to think about, actually. Ew. I don't like this. They still don't have Caltrops. There it is. Well, I can knock somebody out, but... Yeah, he's dead. And flight does not affect that self-damage. Actually, I could just sit on this. Let him kill himself. What? Well, you're gonna make me pick that. 2 really nice cards. I don't want to give you my money. Well, of course, the guy I'm attacking is not the one who's about to run away, so... Nope. Maybe I gotta play my skill potion right away. Oh, of course, no, he's gonna try and run away right away. Wow, that's pretty quick. They don't usually do that. Yeah, it's not typical. Of course, no bottled lightning shows up. Start each combo with this card in your hand. It's got a lot of good cards. I'm barely gonna survive the first turn. Actually, I could change my gameplay order. Sucks almost, as most of the times are nothing I'm interested in. Yeah, they keep, and like tracking and stuff on the internet is just... Like, they try to figure out what you might be interested in, but I always turn that crap off. More frail? I gotta try and get my dexterity up. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play caltrops anyway, but... At least she's just healing and not applying strength, because that would arguably be worse. That's 8 damage back, but she's gonna die next turn anyway. Am I feeling ballsy? Do I want to go for another... Actually, no, I don't have any money, so I can't even go anyway. Aw, heck yeah. I will take it. Upgrade all strikes and defense. That is very helpful. Of course, the handmaiden had to get drawn right there. Well, actually... Oh, fuck. You got through my block. I was gonna say if I can block that out, but... Another copy of Caltrops? Do I want that? No. I need to get better card. I need to get more of the cards that... Now that would help against this guy, actually. If I actually drew it, but I didn't. Jeez, first attack and I'm gonna be almost dead. Jeez. Yeah, not even double footwork is gonna be enough to save me. Yeah, it's not even winnable. It's not even winnable. Because he deals 8 damage times 3 every single turn. Absolutely not. I need to be able to see enemy intents. The Runic Dome is one of the worst artifacts in this game because you need to know what your intents are, enemies' intents are. Otherwise you can't take action. Oh, the tiny house is actually good. That's a good start. I'm gonna hit an elite either way, so... I can hit a merchant on the way up, a couple. Depending on the route that I pick, but... Alright, before we get too far along, chat, I'm gonna go ahead and hop up, run to the bathroom. I will be back shortly. Hey chat, sorry it took so long. Alright, let's keep rolling. Oof. You know, some snacks here. Because I like snacks when I'm streaming. If I have snacks when I'm streaming, I try to keep it to the non-crunchy things. Like, I got fruit snacks I can nibble on here. Ugh. Oh. I gotta look at the routes again here. Well, once we get to this bend, I'll take a look again. Yeah, I don't have any shift producing cards yet. Hopefully I'll get one soon. Yeah, let's just do it. Ooh. Okay, what was my route? What was I thinking about? What's the nub? It can't just be the three guys that give me a bunch of dazed cards. I'd say he's probably the hardest of the bunch. Yeah, and whenever you play skills, he gains strength because reasons. If the Titanfall 3 leaks are true, it sucks that they're switching to Unreal Engine 5. Oh, like, so it's not gonna be Source anymore? They're not gonna have, like, movement jank and crazy stuff? So that's not gonna be a thing? Wouldn't mind it as much as the movement is as close to Titanfall 2. Right, if they have good movement like Titanfall 2 does, then maybe it's not gonna be an issue, but I imagine there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna hate on it if it doesn't have good movement in it. So, we will have to see if the rumors are true, and if so, you know how it's gonna work. Jeez. This is why I hate the Gremlin Knob, is because he's constantly dealing 20-30 damage, and you can't really block it. Most people who worked on that version of the Source engine for Titanfall probably left. I would not doubt it if that was the case. I would not doubt it if that was the case. Nice. We should explain why they're switching engines. Probably, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it if that was the case. I guess we'll just have to see if there's any further information, eh? What? Oh, because Envenom takes 2 energy. It's not upgraded, it'll only take 1. Yeah, upgraded it only takes 1 energy, but right now it takes 2. My guess, it's not Titanfall, but it's Apex Legends 2 with Titans. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Come on, can I just get more block? On the turns where they're actually attacking? Alright, well at least he's gonna be knocked out. If only they delayed Titanfall until early 2017. I would agree. Yeah, I came into the Titanfall game pretty late. Yeah, I didn't really start playing it until a couple of years ago, but even then, it was like just the campaign. It was like later that year where I started playing Frontier Defense, and that's when I started to learn. And then I started speedrunning after that in last October. Only found out about it until Apex Legends was released. Yeah. Good, I finally got my first Blade Dance card. What the heck? Okay, who's got the... Jeez, they're all attacking me? God, I'm gonna have like no HP. If they keep getting enemy combats. And they're all attacking me again. I can just barely get enough block to resist it, but... Well... Accuracy plus Blade Dance may help, though. Ugh, alright. Hopefully the next two are not combats. And I can have a nice heal right before the boss. Never mind. Well, at least I can get this out right away, though. And then combined with the Snecko Skull. Who's my boss? The slime? This section might be okay. Ooh. Well, if I do this first... Actually, you'll die. Alright, that was actually better than I expected. No. You know, am I feeling ballsy? Do I want to try and go in? Only at 25% health, that's probably not a good idea. If I was at like half, I might have gone in, but... Or like smithed first, but... Really getting what I want. Yeah, 3 copies of Envenom? Yeah, I gotta knock him down. Actually, that's not too bad, because then his little buddies are only gonna have 30 health. It's actually not bad. Might have been worth the suffrage. Dude, I had like 6 slime cards. Yeah, knock somebody out. Ow. Actually, poor HP in a dream. I don't want any of those. Alright, better than nothing. Could actually avoid elites on this route and still hit a merchant. Okay, that works. Definitely saved myself some trouble there. Alright, so now there's only one. Knock him out. Ooh, duplication. I've already got 2 copies of accuracy, so I'll take Cloak and Dagger. I'm gonna have to fight. Yeah, because I really don't feel like losing all of my gold in one spot. Yeah, dexterity down. Alright, so he'll die next turn regardless of what I do. Wait, actually, utilize the kite. Jeez. Can you stop at the weekend? That would be nice. This isn't even winnable. Unless I try to take Bear down first, but I could try restarting it. Yeah, I don't want to lose all my gold. Getting rid of Bear first might be advantageous. Okay, can you stop applying weakened? That would be nice. I might actually be able to win this one. It's 3 health and a dream. I don't know if that was worth it, but we're about to find out. Yeah, I have to play extremely cautiously here until I can get to that rest site, if I can even make it. Oh, of course I can just barely break it, and it's not gonna actually reduce the plated armor. Yeah, this isn't even winnable. No, there's not enough. Fucking A, those assholes. Yeah, it's not even winnable. Oh, the runic pyramid. Could have used that before when I had all those attacks. But, nope. Looks like there's an elites avoiding route with 2 merchants. That's pretty rare. Yeah, maybe I'll make 1 or 2 more attempts at this, but then I'll have to sign off because I got other stuff I'd like to do today. Especially after having had to sleep in as long as I did. Because of my damn cramps. At least I'm getting in to see a doctor, but it's not until July. It's the next available appointment for a new patient. So I'm just gonna have to hold on until then. Let's just roll with it, I guess. I'm trying to avoid damage, but... I gotta wait for a turn where he's not attacking me. Oh, that was lucky. Wow, I've gotten war paint like 3 games in a row. Let's go for that merchant. Oh! There's another one. Well, I will snag that. I guess in that case, I'll skip this next one. Stop them! So maybe I'm playing Greg Tech. Hey, Squall, how you doing, my dude? Welcome to the party. Too slow besides that, great. Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with these guys because they apply vulnerable. I assume to discard drop bills on silent. Yeah, that's another one, but I usually prefer the Shiv build. I just love spamming damage, pretty much. Sometimes a partial poison build, like if I get Noxious Fumes or Envenom or something like that, then that's usually good. But now I get the Odd Mushroom, which reduces my damage taken while vulnerable. Yeah, I don't have any money, so I may as well just... smith. Because I got a merchant from a secret room, or from a mystery room. Ooh, well, that's useful, actually. Shipboards are funny, wrist blade waiting room, yeah. Shiv builds are my favorite, so... And yeah, for, as far as draw discard, like the, what am I trying to say? The, backflip and acrobatics cards work really well with a Shiv build, because then you can get all your cards whipped out really, really quickly. And if you have Storm of Steel, that really helps as well. Because you discard your hand and get shivs for every card you discarded, so then if you've got accuracy or whatever else, like, you can usually do pretty well. There's another Cloak and Dagger. I will smith again. Another freaking merchant! Getting really lucky. Oh, and I can't buy Sadistic Nature! I rediscovered how powerful Sadistic Nature actually is with Silent, especially if you've got poison. Yeah, and I can't buy anything. So many merchants! Energy regen, adrenaline discard, yeah. You've also got a lot of energy options with Silent as well. That is important to note. Silent has some very, very, very powerful cards and loadout options. Yeah, she can almost nuke as hard as Ironclad can, honestly, depending on what you have. And with cards that cost nothing, so it's absolutely insane. Silent defect on top of energy regen. Yeah, I think with defect you use plasma, if I remember right, for energy regeneration power. I think plasma is the orb that gives you energy. Although you honestly don't need a lot of energy anyway with defect, because if you go full electricity build with electrodynamics, you don't really need anything else, so... the double energy and turbo. Yeah. Yeah, those are all. Who's my boss? Slime boss. Yeah, I'm at like half. I probably could. I can almost block that whole thing. That's not easy to do. Yeah, that's not easy to do. Yeah, that's the 3 again. He's gonna do nothing. Yeah, I kind of want to be ready. Yeah, he's like just above. Yeah, I want to nuke him as hard as possible before he transforms. Deal as much damage as possible before he shifts. 51. I can work with it. We prefer it to be lower than that, but don't really have an option, though. Yeah, I'd rather get rid of the guy giving me frail first, even though I've got dexterity to mitigate it. Energy regeneration Ironclad has a sacrifice. As far as regeneration, yeah, you're probably correct. And these slime cards are hogging up my hand. Could get him to shift. Yeah, more stacks of frail. And now they're all attacking me! Really? They all really have to be attacking me? Oh, I didn't play it in the right order. Hold on. I'm supposed to play footwork first. Yeah, and it's... I don't know if it's because of seeding or what, that you draw your cards in the exact same order, but it probably could. It probably is. But... yeah, I gotta play dexterity first to minimize that damage. You know, I'll play a Slimed instead, try to get rid of it. This is where the runic pyramid can sometimes be a curse, more than a help. It's when you've got battles like this that you have to play out. Where the enemy just spam fills your deck with cards. Now get him to split. Yeah. Oh my god. Goodness gracious. This is turning into a mess. Ugh, good grief. Alright. Champ is my boss this time. I mean, I'll take the free pass, but... If I can draw accuracy next turn, I can get a good hit. I did not. At least I can start whittling down that armor. Works for me. Cool. Relatively unscathed. Let's go ahead and upgrade my last main defend card. Alright, looking like we'll be able to avoid elites on this route. Ooh, thread needle. Yeah, just to clean up my hand a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult with the runic pyramid. Get rid of one of the cards that costs 3. Because of my thread and needle plated armor. These freaking dazed cards. Every time a non-attack is played. Yeah, adding as many more days as I picked up. I've already got a copy of Outmaneuver, so... Maybe I have to think more about this game than I thought. Well, at least I won't be taking a huge hit. Alright, at least I got a good hit off. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for a big turn before playing both of the blade dances. Wait. Oh, come on. There we go. Ooh. Yeah. Hit backflip. Yeah, I definitely want to rest before the champ because he does a lot of damage. Ooh, good to get dexterity out immediately. I could block it completely if I wanted to, and I think I will. Just barely. I'm gonna wait to play the fear potion until he's in stage 2, because he gets rid of all of his debuffs upon changing stage. So I'm going to take the smart approach on that. And I'm also gonna wait to play outmaneuver in the same token, and then I can have a good turn to play a bunch of cards. At least if at all possible, I'm gonna wait to play it. At least I got all my defend cards upgraded, so that's actually good. Okay, so he's gonna be doing it soon. I need to get him to do it, though. Oh, my hand is full. Right, next turn he definitely should. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna play out maneuver, flying knee. I'm actually gonna get rid of... clean up my hand a little. I've got +3 energy going into the next turn. Yep, because now he's at level 2. Or stage 2, I guess you could say. Yeah, this would be the time to throw it. Just enough. That's pretty lucky. actually gonna make it through the champion relatively unscathed. I got one more shot with vulnerable. I think I can knock him out. I can! Get out of here, you sucker. Eat my shivs. Oh, Time Eater is my boss? Ew! That's gonna suck. Especially with a Shiv build. Ew. That's gonna be rough. I can minimize elite damage. Possibly. Yeah. There's a couple different routes. I get a little more money before I hit the merchants. Sorry, that was funny. I just got a silly notification. Oh wow, everybody's... Oh! I got it. Okay, never mind. Try to get them all weakened so that I can knock them out pretty quickly. My hand is full. Clean up my hand a little bit. That works, actually. could have been played better. So he's gonna come back. Come on. Couldn't get one of my copies of Blade Dance? Apparently not. I guess this works. A little tedious, but it worked out. I gotta refigure out what my route was. I guess I'm kind of running into the same stuff regardless. Oh! That was actually good. These guys again? Really? I just fought these guys. I could have played that better, but... Alright, that works. Alright, this works. I think I got all the cards I really need, but... Is there anything else I can even smith at this point? I mean... I suppose I could do Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger's probably a good shout. Get rid of my last strike. I have no space. I will definitely grab that Panacea. Nope, you are not applying 5 stacks of frail to me. Not happening. Not happening, Chuck. This has been an interesting run. I'm actually pulling through okay. Not gonna get my hopes up yet though, because the Time Eater can be a real bitch to kill. So I'm not getting my hopes up just yet. I'm really gonna try and save that strength potion until then, because I know I will need it. I'm gonna take him down quickly. Ooh, cunning. I'm gonna have to drop that, unfortunately, but... Hopefully I don't get a nasty elite that forces me to use it. Hopefully I can get rid of these exploders. Are you freaking kidding? By 1 health, he's gonna be alive? Yeah, I don't have enough damage to kill both of them. So I should probably try and just block this out. I really don't want to take 30 damage. I may have to play that energy potion right away, unfortunately. I'll have to find out. I don't know if it'll even help, actually, but it may not do much. Yo, what's up? Infamous! I'm in a pickle. To put it bluntly, I am in a pickle. Well, at least I was able to mitigate it. Yeah, the spikers don't usually attack that much. Yeah, I am in a pickle. In-game or IRL? Kinda both. If you see my pinned message, I'm kinda both, sort of, but mostly in-game though. If I had to pick one over the other. It would definitely be, real life. Yeah, I put that pinned message there just to let people know what's happening. So... He's got a 10? Holy crap. So for every time I want to attack him, I've got to have 10 block. Jesus. Ugh. It's like this run is going really well and I want to see it finish, but... Because I feel like it's going pretty well and I've got a good deck of cards, but... Except this elite might kick my ass depending on which one it is. Alright, well I got 3 decent cards. I'm gonna rest, because I don't know what elite this is, and if it's the bad one... It's not the bad one. The bad one is the Reptomancer, by the way. I struggle with that one. Okay, see. Your pain. Didn't read everything. Basically, it's just my cramps. My menstrual cramps. I'll just leave it at that. It's a crazy story. Yeah, what's going on? What do you got, Infamous? Let me hear it. One of my friends did get a pacemaker put in today. Holy shit! That is crazy, actually. That is actually crazy. Yeah, Nemesis is kind of more of an annoyance because he just gets, basically invulnerability every other round, but so it could definitely be worse. Yeah, I'm waiting to play my energy-producing cards until next turn. Because then he'll be on his immunity intangible round. Except if he's gonna do that. Went to the doctor yesterday for a routine checkup. They heard a slight variation in her heartbeat with a stethoscope and sent her to the hospital. They found out she had something very serious and had emergency surgery for the pacemaker. Damn! Hopefully she'll be okay, like, that's no joke. 25 years old with a pacemaker, that's younger than me! I can barely imagine that at my age. Jeez. Could I imagine myself with a freaking pacemaker? My goodness. I could not. Ooh, that's not good. I remember since birth, but it was never really an issue except she can't have energy drinks or coffee. Okay. So it's not like it's a new problem. But yeah, nonetheless. That's crazy, though. I hope she'll be okay. I find she's already breaking texting people. Well, that's good. That's good, at least. I don't know if they found out, though, that made them do emergency surgery. Well, there are some abnormal heart rhythms that really you can't mess around. Alright, next turn I can play the blade dances and knock him out. Unless he does that. I didn't think that was his intangible round. Well, actually, I'm gonna play it smart, and I'm gonna play my shivs ahead of time. Because then they're in my hand. Suspicious disorder. Causation having a stroke, minor AFib. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, the Vajra. I definitely want that. Okay, was there what changed? Freaking this thing. Please let me drop Panacea next turn, because I really want to avoid that constriction. And I did! Eat it! Sucker. Now you can't give me constriction and deal 10 free damage every turn. Good. Because that effect is extremely annoying and extremely dangerous at the same time. Basically add 10 to whatever his attack value is, and that's what he's gonna do to you. Oh, of course he's gonna try and reapply it. Can I kill him before that point? Or get him close? Out! Thank God. That guy's a very tedious fight sometimes. Alright, I am definitely going to heal. I would love to go into the next battle at full health. Oh good, get a Cinder's Bane out of the way first. think this battle is winnable. Is this battle winnable? I think this is still winnable, chat! Yes! Matter of changing the order of playing the cards. That was looking touch and go on that second attempt, but... That is Ascension level 13. This is good. This is pain. That was a very touch and go there. Yeah, Panacea, I think, saved my ass. Oh my god. I think upgraded it gives 2, but I needed to go into that fight at full health. There was no way I was gonna make it if I wasn't at full health, but... Alright, chat, well I gotta hop off for now. That was a very intense last battle. Let's take a look at Ascension 14! Lower max health! Like I needed any more pain. I'm gonna just click this so then I can get a screen cap of Ascension 14 so then I can make the next thumbnail. I'm not actually gonna play it out though, I gotta head out, but that was intense. Alright chat, well I will see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what the topic is gonna be. I actually may or may not be streaming this weekend because I may be helping my brother doing something, so tomorrow and Sunday might be up in the air. We'll have to play it by ear.